Hi, this is Dave Schantz, the husband of Antonia Schantz, who was injured at the Marriott Hotel back in October of 22. And what this video is going to be about is just having Toni explain some of the things that she's having problems with since the accident. Today is August 4th, 2024, and we'll go from there. So Toni, just some of the areas we want to cover, and we won't do them all today, but you're having problems with cooking, with sleeping, with dressing, with some of your personal hygiene things, just household chores and shopping. So let's talk about cooking. What are some of the things that have changed dramatically? I mean, you used to love to cook, so what happens now?
Difficult for me to stir anything that has any texture to it. Cake or brownies or any kind of food. I really have to work at it to stir it.
To stir it, you're saying, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I can't. It's very difficult for me to lift the pot unless it's a little pot. If it's anything halfway decent size, difficult for me to lift it when it has food in it.
And what's different about that? I mean, you used to make great spaghetti sauce and wonderful pasta, and we're not having much of that lately.
No, we're not. I can't lift, and I can't get the water. If you want to make pasta of any kind, it's very difficult for me to pick up the pot and pour it out. I have to get you to do it, or don't do it at all.
And how about things like opening cans and bottles and things?
I have one of my granddaughters gave me a open can thing, but it's still tricky for me to work. All bottles, very difficult. I need David to open the bottle so that I can pour it. Impossible for me to open most bottles.
And let's see. So anything else about cooking that you think you want to mention?
Well, difficulty putting food in the oven for the same reason, and taking it out. Cannot do it if it's heavier than what I can do, which is very little. For instance, a turkey at Thanksgiving, there's no way I would get a turkey out of the oven.
Okay, how about things like your just general household chores, things that you used to do? What are some of the things you're no longer able to do or have difficulty doing?
I find it very difficult, if not impossible, to push a vacuum anymore. That's not a doable thing for me.
Well, the vacuum's pretty heavy too, but
can't lift it, can't do anything with it.
So how's the vacuum being done?
We have had to hire a house cleaner to do that, and to scrub our bathrooms for the same reason. I can't raise my arm high enough to get anywhere near the top of a bathroom stall, and I don't have the strength to try to remove any dirt or grease.
Okay. How about things like just washing the dishes? One thing.
Don't wash too many more dishes. We use the dishwasher, and I can generally take them out of the dishwasher, but my husband puts them away because I can't reach inside the closet to put away the dishes.
Show me how your arm is as far as you're reaching. And do you want to go over to the cabinet and let's take a look at what we're talking about here.
Well, first of all, it would be
Open up the cabinet.
It would be difficult for me to open the cabinet with the right hand, so I would use my left hand for that.
And
I can put that away, but I couldn't reach any of the glassware or anything.
But you used to be able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, Toni, let's talk about the changes drastically in terms of dressing. I know that right away we had to buy you some extra clothes that had buttons down the front because you weren't able to do it. But now after a year and a half of physical therapy or whatever, where do you stand with getting clothes on and off and what you can do and what you can't do?
Well, it's still the easiest clothing to put on would be to have a button all down the front or a zipper down the back.
Well, can you reach in the back?
No, I could never do the zipper. Somebody would have to do that for me. But the problem is most shirts and whatever have an opening for your neck and your head. And in order for me to get something like what I'm wearing off, I have to make it so that I can get my left arm out of the sleeve. Many times that doesn't work, and I've had to not wear the thing. Or on 2 occasions I had to get a scissor and cut my dress and my nightgown off because I can't get them off my body unless I can get my left arm out of the sleeve so that I can push it over the right shoulder.
So how far behind your back can you reach?
Very poorly.
Not at all,
That's about it.
Okay, and how about the kind of dresses? You had to throw away a number of dresses. You can't wear anymore.
Yes, and I still have many clothes that I need to look for and get rid of many for the reasons I just said. It's impossible for me to get a dress off unless I can manipulate my left arm first.
And how about things as simple as tying your shoes? Why don't you show me sit down and show what's involved there.
I don't do too well with tying my shoes, but I try. The problem is I can't get my arm in the right position, so I get them sort of tied, but it's loose. I don't have the strength to pull it.
And that's why I have to help you a lot of times.
Yes. My husband is the official shoe tire.
And let's talk about some of the personal hygiene things. What's different there? Can you?
Well, I can only get up to here, so I really can't comb my hair well. I have to do most of my hair combing with my left hand, but I can't do the whole head very well. I can't set my hair, or I can't put it in rollers. I can't do anything with it because I don't have 2 hands. And I go to a hairdresser who washes it so that my scalp
What did you say? I didn't hear that. I didn't understand what you said then. Speak more clearly.
A hairdresser.
A hairdresser, okay.
Hairdresser because I have to have somebody who can scrub my scalp,
Yep.
and I can't very well do that with only one hand.
And you used to wash your hair
Oh yes, I always took care of my.
3 or 4 times, and now you're pretty much down to 1 time because
Yeah.
you have to make an appointment, and it costs
Yeah.
money. So, what other things? How about brushing your teeth and just generally
I can't
washing?
brush my teeth. I use an electric toothbrush. If I can keep my arm close to my face, I can do that. I can't put on makeup because I am right side dominant, and I try with my left hand, and I don't do a good job with that. I don't.
It just doesn't work then, huh?
No.
What about shopping? Just going to the store?
Well, shopping, I have to be careful because if something's on a higher shelf, I have to get someone to take it off. I also can't carry a heavy load, so I generally bring 3 or 4 big bags and ask them to separate the food so that each one is light. And I do the best I can with that one.
Uh-huh. And let's see, other things that you talked about. One would be sleeping. Is there any difference in your ability to?
Yeah, I try not to sleep on my right side. It bothers me. And it's just better for me to sleep on my left side.
Okay, and
Again, that has to do with the dominance problem.
And what other things has it affected around what you used to enjoy doing?
Well, I can't garden like I used to. It's, again, my right arm has always done most of my work, and now I have to use my left, or I use my right as much as I can, but it's generally not sufficient.
Okay, well, all right, that's Toni Schantz talking about the differences that her injury has caused her, and my name is David Schantz, her husband, and for right now, we'll call it a day and perhaps get some other stuff later on.